Okay, everybody. Hello, everyone. Um, good day. I so welcome to another episode of my stream. And today, I'm going to be showing you my Boom 1000 trade entry breakdown and how I was able to get into this. So right away, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and then show you the analysis. So let's go in. Right, so you can see my screen already. I have a trade running, two positions. The sell on Boom 1000. So I shared this, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, about the reason I entered into this trade. So this is my higher time frame outlook, and overall this is what I'm looking at. So this is price is actually in an uptrend, and as you can see from the origin here. So let's go to the weekly time frame, and then you can already see we have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high, higher low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we have the higher high here. And this actually means that price has put up an all-time high, and then this is the first low on the weekly time frame. This is a lower high, this is a lower low, this is a lower high. So price has actually changed its direction, and the institutional order flow right now is bearish. We can also see that this is so because there was a break of structure here with this bullish rally up to the upside after this range structure. And yes, what we'll be looking at right now is for price to rally back into this range by filling the gaps that was left behind, and then tap into this other block and continue the buys. So right now, all I'll be looking for on Boom 1000 is sells majorly. So if I'm actually going to buy, I'm going to buy the retracement. Alright, so if we go down to our daily time frame, we can already see what is happening. I don't use support and resistance and trend lines to trade. The only reason I have it on my chart is just for me to see clearly the direction of price and also the liquidity that has been formed with respect to the direction. So as you can already see, I'm anticipating that price is going to pull deep into this range, tap into the other block here and on the demand zone, and then pushes to the upside. So if I'm going to refine this demand zone, that should be it. Yeah, that's it. That's my demand zone right there. So I'm expecting price is going to react very nicely from there. But in the meantime, price hasn't broken this trend line. I'm looking forward to seeing price break it this time around. So yeah, price is still bearish on the daily time frame, and so we move into our 4-hour time frame. Now the reason I took this trade is clearly seen here. From this top of the trend line, you can see price made an all-time high, retrace a bit into the demand zone that caused the break, and you can already see that this was broken by sweep of liquidity, and then price retraced back into the range, right? And if I was going to sell, I was going to pick this. That should be my demand zone, my supply zone. Okay, but price broke through, and then got back into, but price couldn't break this high, which is why I want to draw attention to. This high couldn't be broken by price, and so we see that price retraced all the way down after the change of character, deep all the way down, and then formed liquidity inducement here. So what I am looking at is a sell continuation. So we took this trade several days back from the very top here when we noticed the pullback into this supply zone, and we sold all the way to this demand zone. We watched the reaction and then we continued to sell. Unfortunately, we couldn't take our profit here until this spot, and so the next point of action was to see where price was going to retrace back into, which it did. And as you can see, we took our sales from here and we wrote it down all the way. This was supposed to be reading all the way down here, but we're here today. If you can see my chart, so yesterday, this was all yesterday, we noticed, because we were in this trade, we took the sales from here and price reacted from this demand zone again, and then we watched how price retraced back. So we're asking ourselves, where is price going to retrace back into? So we see that there's an imbalance right here, and then price is going to retrace deep into it, which was our analysis. And as you can already see, there was a sweep of liquidity here after price tapped into our supply zone. So we don't just go into the trade because price has gotten into our zone. We wait for confirmation, and that's why we use lower entries to confirm our buys or sells. And that was what we did here. And so unfortunately we couldn't take this trade because price didn't come back into our entry position. Price reacted from the breaker here, and so the sales just rallied all the way down. But on the 30 minutes time frame, I think, on the 15 minutes time frame, price gave a reaction, a pullback into this demand on supply, and that was how we were able to get into this trade here, and we rode it down all the way to the bottom. Right, we rode it down all the way here, and then we discovered what price did here. Sorry, okay, 15 minutes time frame. Alright, so price got to very close to the demand zone here, and then there was a push to the upside, and price came back, pushed the upside. So at this point, we knew that this was an engineered liquidity or liquidity inducement, and then price was actually going to rally back to the demand zone that caused this break of structure, which it actually did, and we took our sales from here, and then we watched as this demand failed and then retraced back into the supply again, and so we took another entry, but unfortunately we were not watching this trade, and so it didn't really go well because we would have TP'd just at this perhaps 50% of the demand zone, but this was not a well-managed trade. So what are we looking at right now? We're looking at price created an equal low here again, which is also an inducement of liquidity, and then we're asking ourselves, okay, where is price going to retrace back into? And as you can already see from our previous analysis, price didn't come into our previous entry, so we knew that price was going to come in for this zone, so we waited. In fact, I think we took our buys out because it wasn't going well at the time, so but we knew that this was going to come into this zone, and you can clearly see that price actually came into this zone and wicked. You see, this was a stop hunt again, because this is the turtle soup, and then this is our supply zone, So the week of that supply zone got taken out by this recent week here, but I already had my entries position set up, so this got triggered. And then of course you have to account also for spread, and should in case price want to do this stop hunts, which it did here. So having seen this, we got in on trade, and then this morning I noticed also that price, this was like a break of structure here, and this was the hunt on the lower time frame. So this was the demand zone, and then this demand zone got taken out by price, and then price retraced a little bit. Let me go to the 5 minutes time frame so you see what I'm saying. Alright, so this was a break of structure, and price gave this break of structure again. This demand zone got taken out, and then this also got taken out. This demand zone here got taken out. I will draw it for you so you can see. This got taken out, and then it came back to retest. So it was upon this retest, and we can say that this is an internal break of structure. So alright, this is an internal break of structure, and then price pulled into the range back into the demand turned supply, and that was where we took our second sell. So I'm expecting that price, this is the high, so this is demand zone that put up this high, right? So I'm expecting that price would weaken to come back into this range. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting price to do. I'm expecting to come back into the 50% of this range, and then it will keep falling down. So yeah, that's it. And then I'll keep you guys posted or updated on my Telegram channel. The link is in the description of this video. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining in this moment, and I look forward to minimal analysis. Yeah. So just before I go, you can already see the reaction. This is a nice reaction to the upside, which is very much expected. So there is a zone here, and I don't think this tiny zone will hold, because this is liquidity inducements. So this is going to induce early sellers. So this is not going to hold at all. So I'm expecting that price will come into 50% of this range. So what I'm going to do is to set a sell limit, and then put a stop loss just above this supply area. Stop loss just about $4. Alright, so there you have it. So more updates on this in our Telegram group. If you want timely updates, you can join our Telegram group, you can join the Signal group, and then yeah, that's about it.